Hey y'all, it's Violet and welcome to my channel, The Violet Realm. My place here to share all my hobbies, interests, and for today, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and do a little bit of art history actually. So this is for the upcoming release of Ren's trilogy, Vincent's Tale, Sunflowers. So he references Vincent Van Gogh's Sunflower art series. And in America, we do say Vincent Van Gogh, but it's actually Vincent Van Gogh. And again, I'm not even saying that correctly, but it's just not a hard G. It's closer to that H sound that I cannot even enunciate because I don't speak Dutch. But that's just a little bit of information on that. And okay, I'm losing my thought process here. Okay, my whole thing is I wanted to just give a little bit of background information on the artist very quickly, and but most importantly on the Sunflower series, since that's what this whole lead up is going to be about. So if you don't already know, Vincent is a pretty famous Dutch painter. Um, he did start off in the Impressionist period, but really ended his career in the post-Impressionist period after he moved to Arles, France in 1886. So it was more like an artist haven that he wanted to be in, and he was really inspired by the other artists that lived there, such as Monet, Seurat, all very famous Impressionist artists. And but he wanted to do something different, and he happened to also be very good friends with Paul Gauguin, and even Paul's art changed a lot throughout the years as well. He was also an Impressionist painter, and I know him mostly for his later works, in which he changed over to symbolism, and his artwork is very much influenced by the primitive arts of French Polynesia. And if you're familiar with Gauguin at all, you'll definitely be able to recognize that. So apparently, Paul and Vincent were pretty good friends. And I'm telling you all of this because it really relates to this Sunflower series. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight to the source. I'm going to go to the Van Gogh Museum's website to give you this background information. Here we go. So you'll see this is the sunflower, the most famous one, and you'll find out that it's actually five. There's a series of five, okay? And it even says here he did them in Arles, France, and the sunflower painting symbolism for him is gratitude. And it says right there, he hung the first two in the room of his friend, the painter Paul. So him and Paul are like really good buddies, right? And then it says Van Gogh had already painted a new version during his friend's stay, and Gauguin later asked for one as a gift, which Vincent was reluctant to give him. It says he later produced two loose copies, one of which is now at the Van Gogh Museum. So I thought that was interesting that he was reluctant to give it away, but he did. And I want to click here because they do have a little section about everything about sunflowers, right? Five little tidbits of information. So I thought that would be fun to go through. I won't read everything, but it says number one, Vincent wanted to be known as the painter of sunflowers. Apparently, he fell in love with this flower in particular. If you know anything about his work, Vincent is pretty well known for doing landscapes, still life, portraits, and self-portraits. I'm sure most of y'all know about the one with his ear, which I will tell you a little bit about that later. But yes, apparently he wanted to really be known for sunflowers, so much so that they were at his funeral. So that's that tidbit. Oh, and the other thing I did want to mention was how he also painted sunflowers in different phases, all the way to them being dead and wilted. So I'm glad they have this on their website. This one, obviously, you see it's like dying, and this one is at the Met in New York. And this one talks about number two. There are 5 different versions of the sunflowers in a vase, which we covered on the previous page. Um, these are some of the locations: Germany, London, Amsterdam. Number 3, Van Gogh sunflower paintings or color experiments. So I see here it also talks about, the Impressionist period was pretty strong during that time, obviously, especially in France. But he he's considered post-impressionism, if anything, with very the difference is bolder colors, more emotion, more symbolism that you're gonna get in his work. And then here you can see the progression from when he first moved to France and then all the way down to when he released the Sunflower series in 1889. Number 4, Vincent decorated Gauguin's room with his sunflower paintings. As we read on the other page, he did gift it to him as well, reluctantly. Um, so let's see. Okay, all right. I think this is interesting. This is a painting from Paul himself, his little buddy, of Vincent painting sunflowers in 1888. And then you can see how Paul's style is quite different from Vincent. It's a lot more structured with harsher lines, which actually increases over time. Number 5, the sunflowers were meant to symbolize gratitude. So as I said, the progression of his artwork as it changed by his influence living in Arles really changed his style altogether. And if anything, he's probably known for his style to be very bold, very colorful. His technique with his brushwork is quite unique. They're harsh, they're thick, um, almost aggressive sometimes. But yes, so that's the little bit of background information on the artist and on the Sunflower series. But just to give you like some tea on Vincent and Paul, just so you know, the whole portrait of Vincent cutting off his ear was after he had a fight with Paul. So apparently he had a huge fight with Paul. I don't know why. Cut off his ear. It supposedly gave it to like a prostitute or something. Don't know the full story, but there you go. So even back then, there was a lot of drama. So there you go. Hope you're excited, like I am, for Ren's drop on the 31st. So stay tuned. I will definitely have a release on that day. Until then, peace and love. Ciao.